Well, it's time to say goodbye to another valued member of the Racer Cinema Productions family, the Sharp TV VCR combo. This TV had served many years in service by the Racer Cinema Productions YouTube channel and was featured in a few videos. And the reason why this TV is being thrown out is because I tried to put in the tape and it just showed static and fuzzy lines. It's a similar problem to one of my friend's Samsung TV VCR combo units, and that friend being Jane McDonald. He had a similar issue to this one, and it didn't play it didn't want to play any VHS tapes anymore. So yeah, it's sad that this TV is getting thrown away, but oh well. There's not much I could do about it. And yeah, here's the remote that came with it. It's the last time you'll ever see it, so yeah. Because there is going to be a vacant slot with this TV, it's going to be replaced with another Sharp branded TV, which I will get online. So yeah. Sad to see this go, but it is what it is. Hopefully the new TV will carry on the legacy of this old one. Just like Austin Hill did with Kyle Busch. Still sad over that, man. Still heartbroken, but things like that happen and there's not much we can do, sadly. So yeah. Well, greetings, thrifting enjoyers, and yeah, I do go to the same location a lot, but that's because I haven't been to a lot of thrift stores lately aside from this one. So yeah, I have to be quick since there's a truck series race going on. And here we go. My main goal is to look for a TV to replace the old Sharp TV VCR combo. Yeah, looking around in the book section as my mom told me to get a certain book. There's nothing there. And there's kids there. Yeah, you have to watch out for kids or children whenever you go to thrift stores or any store because they won't see you coming until it's too late. Yeah, just a word of advice. Always be aware of your surroundings. Yeah, there's some DVD players. Yeah, TV there, but it was way out of my budget, unfortunately. Yeah, and there's other stuff. There's a floppy disk drive there, and there's an RCA mini monitor. I had to basically make sure I went within my budget. Yeah, let's see where the games are. They're not in the same section, surprisingly. Although the CDs and DVDs are still there. They're still where they are. And there's not much noteworthy. Okay, let's see. No PC games. Yeah, I know. It sucks that there are no PC games in the CD section. I usually like to look for PC games in the CD section. Okay, let's see. There's gotta be a new section for the games. And I was right. There is a new section for the games, but there's nothing noteworthy here aside from a Garfield DVD that is just sitting there for some reason. Thankfully, I already have a Garfield DVD, so I don't really need it. Moving on. Alrighty, so I settled on getting this Hisense TV and DVD combo. Mainly because it's well within my budget and it's a 2-for-1 deal. Yeah, it's a TV that replaces my Sharp TV VCR combo and it's got a DVD player in it. You can't go wrong. So, let's see it in the basement. Well, here's what I got for Value Village. Yeah. Just gonna move it in. Okay. Here it is. Yep, this right here is replacements to the Sharp TV that has been in service for several years. And I also got a power supply to go with it because it didn't come with a power supply. So I had to pick one up myself. Yeah, it is a light-on power supply. Okay, let's test it out. Good old test run. Remove the cable first. That does not need to be there. And that is definitely going back to Value Village. Yeah. Okay. Let's plug her in. Yeah, it uses a AC adapter, which is unusual for these type of TVs. Yeah, this right here is the newest addition to the Racer Cinema Productions family. Okay. Gotta reach down there. Okay, here we go. Let's turn it on. There it is. Yeah, it didn't come with the remote. Yeah, this is a TV that was made in the early 2010s. Alrighty, once we get the stuff hooked up, we'll test it out. Here we go. I'm going to test out Gran Turismo 2. Yeah. I'm going to use the arcade mode disc. Okay. Yeah, sometimes the tray does not want to stay closed. Let's turn up the volume. Yeah. Has a slightly different UI, but I think it's could be near identical to the UI in the other TV that I have, the On TV. Alright, let's do single player. Now we're going to select Class A. What kind of car should we select? Let's do the Chevy Corvette. What's the drift settings? Yeah, we can only select 3 tracks. Let's do midfield. Yeah, it works. Although, I did forget one thing though. I don't know why it keeps messing around like that. The music. We can't have copyrighted music. So, let's mute the music. Alrighty. Dodge the bullet here. There, that's more like it. Yeah, the colors are a bit washed out, but it is a cheap TV, so there's not much you could expect. Yeah, nothing more, nothing less. Although you could adjust the brightness settings if you wanted. Yeah, it's a shame I don't have the remote for this. Yeah, it is very slippery to control this car with the drift settings. Jeez. let's try again. I knew it would be this hard, but never thought that it would be this hard. Yeah, I mean, never thought it would be this difficult to control with the drift settings. Yeah, that is an epic fail right here. It's amazing that this TV still works. Keep in mind, this is on the hardest difficulty. Yeah, I am just crushing the competition. Talk about recovery, am I right? We're gonna win. Yeah, we won. And yeah, the AV output works. But what about DVDs, you might ask? Well, let's see how the DVD player works, shall we? Let's go! And all you have to do to get to the DVD player is press source and select DVD. Yeah, it has its own mode, which is really cool. There it is, DVD. I haven't tested the DVD player out. So, it's my first time. Alright. Gotta get this out of the way so I can actually use the DVD player. This is very exciting, by the way. Yeah, the DVD player is on the other side. It's counterintuitive to how I used to having it on TV. But it does work. There's nothing better to have on a hot day than air conditioning. And with the solely... Yeah. The DVD player itself works, and I'm using my own test disc, the Knowing Your Lansdale DVD, because copyrights and stuff. Yeah, I say it works. It is worthy of being a replacement to the Sharp TV VCR combo that I had to throw out. Yeah, it's got its own media player and everything. Well, hello there. I suppose you didn't see the curb by the driveway, but that's okay. We all make mistakes. Anyways, the Soliad Lansdale is redesigned for the 2003 model year, and as such, it has a slew of new features to go over. Like our new and more advanced Soliad high-tech anti-theft and security system. This system is an improvement on the previous year's. Yeah, that's enough of that. It's amazing how well it works. So yeah, that concludes this episode of Bandito's Thrifting Adventures. Yeah, even after all these years, that TV still works. And that, right there, is a thumbs up. It gets my approval. So yeah, all I have to say now is catch you guys next time and peace out.